This video is for Greek class. I'm following along with your textbook, Croy, and so you could grab it and follow along with me and think through the concepts that way. We're looking at chapter 8. I already talked a little bit about demonstrative adjectives and pronouns, and now I'm looking at some special uses for αυ'τος, and sure, we're going to go ahead and do this now because this is where Croy does it, but this is, in my mind, something that you can fine-tune later on too, so kind of push through because you're going to learn this best from reading sentences from context. Here are the third-person pronouns that you've already learned. Αυ'τος, αὐτέ, αυ'τα. It follows the declensions you already know. You've already seen these pronouns in chapter 7. Normally, here's how you translate them as personal pronouns: he, she, or it. However, they can be translated in special kinds of ways, and that's what the second part of this chapter kind of deals with. It's still in the same form. It doesn't look any different. It's still a smooth breathing mark, αυ'τος, that follows the logos pattern, αὐτού, αὐτό, αὐτόν, αὐτέ, that follows the phone pattern, αὐτέ, αὐτές, αὐτέ, αὐτέin, the neuter pattern. It's just that when it occurs in different contexts, it can mean slightly different things. We have an intensive use and we have what we call an identical use. And so I'll describe both of those for you. Αυ'τος by itself just means he, she, or it. But sometimes it takes on an intensive in which αυ'τος stands in the predicate position, which means it does not have a definite article in front of it, and it gets translated as self or selves to reinforce the pronoun. So αυ'τος ha prophetes. Do you see how there's not a definite article in front of it? And so now this reinforces the prophet. Who is he? He's the prophet himself. Ha prophetes, αυ'τος is another way of doing the same thing. It's because there's not a definite article right in front of it that it intensifies it. And so it's the prophet himself. Here's another example. αὐτέ, hey, adelphe. Which sister? It's the sister herself. If you miss this, it's not going to be the biggest deal in translation, so that's why I'm not worried about this. You're going to get used to this, or even after you've kind of gotten all the Greek basics, to come back through your textbook and kind of catch some of these things again. This is something that I really caught the second or third time around of learning Greek, and so if you don't catch this right away, you're going to be okay. Because you still have the meaning, even if you don't have this himself, herself. That's just not as common for us in English, and so we're not as worried about it. The identical use is maybe a little bit more important because αυ'τος, although it usually means he, she, or it, and it can have this intensive form when it's in the predicate. It doesn't have a definite article in front of it, so themselves, herself. The identical use is when it's in the attributive position, which means there's a definite article right in front of the αυ'τος, and in this case it's translated the same. So these are the ones I would pay a little bit more attention to. Hey, aute, exousia. Hey, exousia is the authority, and then aute is the same authority. So Jesus and God have the same authority because they are two members of the same Trinity, right? Hey, exousia. Hey, aute. That's also in the attributive position, so it would also mean the same authority. Pisteu amen. Ta alta, here the ta alta is just by itself. And so it's like, we believe the same things. We believe the same. And so the identical use is emphasized by the definite article coming right before it. And so it can be translated as same. This is all that there is about this in this chapter, is that you have the he, she, or it as its most normal version of αυ'τος, αὐτέ, αὐτόν. You have the identical use when it's in the predicate position, in which it's like the prophet himself or the prophet herself. And then you can have it mean the same when there's a definite article right in front of it in the attributive position. Read through it a couple of times. Maybe watch this video a couple of times. If you have questions, feel free to email them to me or bring them to class. Again, this is another one of these things in these couple of chapters that's going to just be learned by practicing enough. And so the more practice sentences you can get done, there's also some supplementary practices I'm encouraging you to try right now. And so the more of those that you do, just the more natural that this will come to you. So you've got this, and if not, it's okay, because focus on the bigger concepts that we've had prior to this, and then just kind of learn this as you kind of keep encountering it. Okay, sounds good.